Hello everybody, 411 Deshaun here. In this video I'm going to be making a review on the AT&T Avail from AT&T. This is AT&T's third Android phone in their Go phone lineup, and I'm very happy that they made this phone for AT&T and that it's prepaid. Because this phone has some very nice features, and it's a pretty good phone compared to the LG Thrive and even the AT&T Fusion for that matter. I'll talk about that more later on in the review. As you guys can tell from the lighting in the room, this phone is a fingerprint magnet. I would get a screen protector or a cleaning cloth of some sort if you're going to have this phone, because it does attract fingerprints pretty good. But besides that, it has a 3.5 touchscreen, capacitive touchscreen display with a resolution of 320 by 480. Now, I really don't know why I just said that, because who really knows what the resolution on this phone is? The resolution is okay, it's not that good, but it gets the job done, and it's okay for a beginner smartphone. This phone currently retails at the only store that I've actually seen it in is Walmart for $124, around about $136 with tax, and it comes with a bonus free card charger. Go and check out my unboxing if you guys haven't already seen that. Right here, you have some hardware buttons. You got your call sign. You got your menu button, your home button, and your back button. Sorry guys, I'm messing up a lot. It's been a long time since I've done a review. Then right here, you got your micro USB charging port, and also I'm using the iPad, so if I'm kind of off with if you see me go like this and I'm actually trying to touch something, that's why. Your volume markers, your up and down volume markers, and then right here, you got your 3.5mm headphone jack and your volume lock key. On the bottom, there's nothing. Then right here is your cutout, so you can remove your battery. And then all in all, the phone has a soft, nice, black, good plastic feel to it. The phone is very lightweight and it's very thin. And then right here you got your ZTE battery, 1500 milliamp battery, SIM card, and your micro SD card. It ships with a 2GB micro SD card, and it supports up to a 32GB micro SD card. Now, unfortunately, to unlock the phone, you cannot use none of these keys down here. You actually have to use the lock button. So to unlock the phone, you can just slide it this way to unlock it, or you can slide it this way for sound on or sound off. We're just going to unlock it. Now, as you guys can tell right here, you get 7 different home screens, which you can customize any way you want, with any wallpaper that you want. Right here, I just got all my Fruit Ninja, Angry Birds, Easy MP3, all my apps, and then all the stuff that I use on a regular basis. No camera button, so you will have to use the camera application. And then on this page, I got the Easy Battery widget, which even without the Easy Battery Saver or Easy Battery widget, this phone on battery life is pretty good. It's way better than the AT&T Fusion, I'll tell you that right off the top of my head. So I can just hit this little optimize key right there, and it closes down those apps to save me some battery life. Up here, you got your time, battery life, Wi-Fi, signal strength, sound off. Then if you slide down this little bar right here, you got your ongoing, which is running applications, AT&T, time and date right there, or date and year, I should say, right there. And then here's your little Google search. You know, you can search on Google, do whatever you need to do right here. We can just hit go, and then it's going to bring it up on Google. Now, this is off of Wi-Fi, so this is running pretty fast, and I don't know if I mentioned it when I mentioned the side screen, but this phone does have pinch to zoom, which as you guys can see right there, not the best pinch to zoom. It's not like iPod Touch pinch to zoom, but as you guys can see when I get closer and closer to text, that the text actually get clearer, and that's one of the features that I like about this phone, is that it has pinch to zoom. Another subscriber asked me on YouTube, how's the messaging application and does it have any customizable themes? Well, if you hit the menu button, you can go into your settings for your application, for your messaging application, such as you can have it to delete old messages, you can put in a signature, you can have a notification, you can have the notification bar for right here, you can set a different notification tone for this. You can also have it vibrate, but when messaging, it is just like any other old Android phone. Cover up the number there. Just like any other messaging, it's just like any other Android phone that is. You can have different types of keyboards. Right here, I have the T9 predicted text keyboard. So this is basically like a swipe keyboard. and then if you don't swipe a correct word, it will not do it. You can slide these words. You can do all that good stuff with it, you know. And the keyboard that I use the most, well, first off, let me show you guys the Android keyboard that it comes. This is the Android stock keyboard. I don't like this keyboard as much because typing on here can be kind of tricky. I don't know if I can get it on camera, but sometimes it double presses the word or the letter, and this fast typing on here is not the best. As you guys can see right there, it's kind of laggy. But the keyboard that I like to use the most is the iPhone keyboard. And you can go and download this from the Android market for completely free. So this iPhone keyboard is pretty good, and then you can hit the menu, change the settings on it, you can delete those tasks and all that other stuff that you want to do. Now I'm going to take you guys into the camera. Camera on this phone is pretty good. And right here, I'm on video recorder actually. So you can just slide that down and it takes us right to the camera. Right here you can adjust for the autofocus, you know, your megapixels, your contrast, a very different amount of setting. You can have your OS, your color effect. You can have anything that you wanted to have on here. You can adjust the pixels. You can zoom in. You can zoom out. You can click on there and it takes you to your gallery. Which I didn't want to do that. You can click on there, takes you to your gallery. Then you can hit the back the back button. As you guys can tell, I'm having a lot of fun doing this review. The shutter sound and shutter off. Then you can zoom in and out with this, and then if you want to take a picture, you can either just snap it right here. It's going to autofocus, and bam. Takes a picture for you guys right there. Then it automatically saves into your gallery up here. Then if you want to go and take a look at it, and there it is in your gallery. And like I was saying before, the mic pickup on this phone is way better. It's like really, really good. So I'm just going to play a little test video that I got here for you guys. Wait, that's not a video, that's a picture. Fail. So I got a little test video in here for you guys. Just gonna play this video. This is a test video recording with the iPad 2. We're just gonna use this for a demonstration. I know I'm stupid, but so that was with the volume all the way up. And like I was saying before, speaker on this is not that good. I'm going to play some demonstration music for you guys. But the speaker on here is not that good, so here it is at its lowest setting that you can possibly have it at. It really doesn't go that loud, and when you have it up at the loudest volume, it kind of gets kind of staticky, and it just doesn't perform at its highest quality that I think it would be. Now it's time for the ultimate test, the YouTube test. The YouTube application on this phone does work, unlike with the AT&T Fusion, it did not work. And I am running on Wi-Fi. You can either have a Wi-Fi capability, and here's a question I know I'm going to get in the comment sections below. I always get this when I do a review on phones. Do you need a data plan to use this phone? No, you do not need a data plan to use it as far as text messaging and calling. You do need a data plan to use it for internet browsing and all that other good stuff. But if you want to just use it as an iPod Touch, you do not need to have it activated in order to use it for an iPod Touch. You can just have it non-activated and use it as an iPod Touch. You can just stick the SIM card in it that comes with the phone, or you don't have to stick the SIM card in it anyway, because this phone is not required to be activated under AT&T's network. So if you just want to buy it as, I guess, a cheap little iPod Touch, you can do that if you want. And then here it is compared to the iPod Touch 4th generation. Give you guys how thin it is. Bags. This iPod Touch is in a case. But I mean, this is how it is. So here we go. Now we're going to do the ultimate YouTube test. So I'm just going to play this video right here. This is using the YouTube application, and it is in high quality. So let's just see how long it takes to load the video. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows White Boy 7th Street. He's playing Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal is a pretty fun game. I played the demo, but the controls are kind of weird. You drive with square. So that was a YouTube test. As you guys can tell, it plays YouTube on here pretty fine, and there's no lagging of any sort. And now it's time for the other ultimate test, the Angry Birds test. I will have to say that Angry Birds does play a little bit better than it played on the AT&T Fusion. Let you guys can tell right here. Here's the loading up screen. And then, since it has that pinch to zoom feature, you can actually zoom in and out with the birds as you could do on the iPod Touch. I'm just waiting for it to load up here. And I think I'm going to be using this iPad for future videos because I actually liked using this iPad, and it was a very nice little demonstration. And then we can turn the sound on. Here it is. Play the first level for a demonstration. And the display on here is way better than it was on the Fusion, which the iPad does a pretty good job of picking that up for you guys. And then, of course, the ads are enabled, but even with the ads enabled, as you guys can see right there, pretty nice, cool phone. Play Angry Birds on the go. And then another thing that I forgot to mention was, like, when you get a text message, the back button will blink. It's just a very light blink, but it will blink. And there's a proximity sensor right about there. So when you put the phone up to your ear, the phone will turn off, and heat from your cheeks or your ear or wherever heat is coming from will not turn off the call or turn off the phone. And I've been using this phone for 12 minutes now. That's how long this video is. Been using it for 12 minutes, and the battery percent has only went down 1. So that's a pretty good deal, and just closed 9 apps. So that was my review on the AT&T Fusion for AT&T. Now I'm going to answer the die-hard question. Would you guys get this phone over an iPod Touch 4th generation? No, you would not. Don't get it if you're going to buy an iPod Touch 4th generation. Someone asked me that. They said, should I get this phone or should I get the iPod Touch 4th generation? Well, if you want an iPod Touch, just get the iPod Touch. But, seriously, this phone is way better than the AT&T Fusion. If anybody has it, I would strongly recommend taking this phone back and getting the AT&T Fusion. That was Phone Wonder Sean. Hopefully you liked my video. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Please. Get 100 likes, I'm going to do a giveaway.